What it be true, Tim Moose here. Here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turned 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films turning 10, we got probably one of the best film on this list, and that is The Grey. Now, this movie was directed by Joe Conahan, who also gave us movies like Narc. He did The A-Team. He also did that recent, not so good Frank Grillo movie, Cop Shop. Now, The Grey, pretty much follows Liam Neeson character John Otway, who is flying home from this much needed vacation, and this brutal storm causes their plane to crash in this frozen wilderness, and so only 8 men, including Liam Neeson, as folks played by Frank Grillo, Dermot Mulroney, are in like this wilderness, and there's a pack of hungry wolves that are taking them down one by one. So it's pretty much Liam Neeson taking down wolves. The Grey is so good. It's so fun. It is entertaining. I mean, shows how awesome Liam Neeson is with these type of movies. Why on earth we did not get a sequel is still beyond me, especially how this one ended. But I was not a fan of the ending. I think they should have done a little better job with the ending. But it is what it is. Also turning 10, we got Man on the Edge, which stars Sam Worthington, who plays this disgraced cop, Nick Cassidy, who pretty much steps onto the ledge of this highest floor of New York's famous Roosevelt Hotel. And so, more than just his life at the risk, he tries to pretty much brings the city on the knees. And so, you got this police negotiator played by Elizabeth Banks, who tries to tell Nick, who's pretty much trying to get him down and all. Man on the Ledge is actually a pretty fun little film. It gets pretty intense. I mean, you got literally Sam Worthington mostly on a ledge. I mean, yeah, I could never do that because I do not do heights. You also had Anthony Mackie was also in this. You had, who else was in this? Janice Rodriguez was in this. I mean, I remember watching this one in theaters. I was blown away how good this film was. Much better than it had any intentions of being, because I didn't really expect much out from this. But it was a really fun little film if you guys haven't seen that. Okay, also turning 10 is a Katherine Heigl classic, One for the Money. Now, this is actually based on a book starring Katherine Heigl, who plays New Jersey native Stephanie Plum, who is like very, who is broke after 6 months of unemployment, and she is desperate for money, so she convinces her cousin to give her a job as a recovery agent with his Boyle Bond company, and so here, she makes up for Moxie, and she attempts to bring her cousin's biggest bail jumper, Joe Morelli, played by Jason O'Mara, a former vice cop and murder suspect, who broke Stephanie's heart when she was like in high school and stuff like that. And this movie is not so good. I mean, it's definitely not a great Katherine Heigl film. You also had the late Deborah Reynolds was also in this. Sherry Shepard had some really good members, but this movie just was not all that funny. Had some chuckles, but yeah, Katherine Heigl could be a miss once in a while. So yeah. Anyway, now film turning 20, we of course got A Walk to Remember, which is based on the Nicholas Sparks novel starring Mandy Moore as well as Shane West. I mean, Walk to Remember is a really cute little film. Nicholas Sparks films I've always quite enjoyed. I mean, from Walk to Remember to Notebook. I mean, this is a really intriguing film worth checking out. Of course, this was like the movie that really put Mandy Moore on the map for most people. Shane West was pretty good in this. They had some really good chemistry with one another. Also turning 20, we got The Account of Monte Cristo, based on the classic story, which stars Jim Caviezel. Guy Pearce was in this. It's a really intriguing film. Jim Caviezel, I mean, he's always been great from Count of Monte Cristo to playing Jesus Christ. I mean, this guy always is on his game. So, yeah, really decent flick. There's also the Mothman Prophecy, which is a supernatural thriller following a journalist whose wife experienced a strange moth-like vision immediately before she was killed in a car accident, and 2 years later, driving to an interview, he suddenly finds himself 100 miles away in his remote town Point Pleasant, where he has been like proliferation of Mothman sightings and all. This stars the likes of Richard Gere. I believe Laura Linney was also in this. This is not really my favorite Richard Gere movie, so Yeah, he was okay in this, but the movie wasn't all that great. There's also turning 20. There's a Kung Pao Enter the Fest, which is actually I guess you say a little bit of a parody of the Bruce Lee classic Aaron the Dragon. Kung Pao is a really cool martial arts based film. Definitely had a bit like a Bruce Lee feel to it with this movie. So really decent little, I mean, cool cinematography, really decent film worth checking out. But that's pretty much it. Let me lead you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? The 10-year one, obviously The Gray, and 20-year one, I'm going to go with A Walk to Remember. Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simmy Saga.